Excuse me, Cameron. What the heck do you think you're trying to do right now? Paris? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you're talking about right now. Huh? You really are such a daft woman. I cannot believe this is happening. I'm asking you why you came all the way out to my house but haven't done any of the chores yet. Do you not realize still that I'm your husband's mother and take priority when you're around me in my place? What? The wife is supposed to serve their husband's mother, right? You really don't seem to care about anyone besides yourself, then. Do you think it's okay to not listen to your mother-in-law or something like you have been? Do you think that kind of behavior will just go unnoticed by me and that you won't be punished for any of it? Wait, I never said that I thought that was okay. It's just that right now, things have become a bit more tough for me. I do not care. You hurry your little butt back to my house, please. I have things like cleaning and laundry that I have ready for you to take care of. I also need you to go out and pick some of the weeds in my garden for me. Also, I'd like to go out shopping today as well, so make sure to bring your car, please. Hold on, that's not happening. I'm currently in my final month of pregnancy, okay? Which means there's only a month or so left before I'm expected to have my baby. With how large my belly is right now, things like bending down to pick weeds for you and driving a car are near impossible for me. I can at least come back over and do some of the cleaning for you as long as I don't have to move around or bend over as much. And I can take care of that laundry for you as well. Huh? Who cares that you've only got a month left? Way to be over-exaggerated there. When I was having my son, I had to do all of the chores and everything up until the day my water broke and I had to go to the hospital. You really are a failure of a wife if you think you can spoil yourself like that. Things like pregnancy are different for everyone. Maybe for you, it wasn't all that bad having to carry him and you could manage all of those things, but for me, I feel sick a lot more now. And with how large my belly is right now, there's no way I can do all those things. You're gonna keep it up with all that talking back, huh? Which is crazy for a woman who is both poor and stupid. You think you can just do whatever you want and get away with it since you were able to marry my excellent son? This is what they mean when saying that impoverished people are always so sly. Going after all of my son's money and nothing else, you demon. I wonder why he wanted to end up marrying a woman like you. He had to have been tricked into thinking you were someone decent for him. There's no mistaking that. I really hope that someday he'll see you're not the one for him and he'll leave you. What? I wasn't born into poverty or anything, and currently I'm working a job as well, since Reed and I both pay the bills together. Wait, did you just say you hope your son leaves me? You're really starting to get on my nerves now. Do you not understand what it means to shut up and do as your in-laws tell you? If this is how you're still going to act, I'm worried about my family gathering that's happening in a few days. What? Wait just a second. I told you before that I wouldn't be able to make it to that gathering, right? Reed should have also explained the reason why that is to you before. Oh, that's just you guys trying to be all diplomatic, right? You think you can slack off when you're my son's wife? You think your own son was trying to be diplomatic with his mother? Just because your husband's out of town for work now doesn't mean I'm going to let you off the hook. Or perhaps you're just trying to make me look bad? Well, I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. You have it all wrong, Paris. Could you please give me a chance to tell you what's going on with us? I'm not in the mood to listen to all of your excuses anymore. When it comes to people, everyone plays a different role. And considering I'm an excellent person, I am to be loved by everyone, as well as served by everyone. And when it comes to poor women like you, all you're good for is being used as a slave. Now, you start to understand your role in all of this and begin serving me like I've asked you to. Please and thank you, you poor beggar.
Cameron, are you doing all right?
Reed, are things looking all right over there?
Yeah, so far so good. I'm sorry that this business trip just came out of nowhere. And after begging my boss over and over again, I was told there was nobody else besides myself that could go and that I'd have to be away for a week. I know that right now is a very important time for me to be around, so I'm so sorry about this.
Don't worry about it. Things like work are also very important for us. So please don't feel sorry for it.
So with you then, this is hard for me to ask, but did something else happen between the two of you?
What? Did your mom start talking to you about what happened then?
I wouldn't say she was complaining or anything. Well, no, she was most definitely complaining again. She called me over and over again to tell me about how horrible a wife you are. And that made me think again about how she might have been picking on you once more like she always does when I'm away. Seriously, I'm sorry I couldn't be beside you then.
You're not to blame for anything, Reed, and I happen to be all right, although I'm a bit worried about our baby.
When it comes to that family gathering my mom is hosting in 2 days, you do not have to go to it. You are quite literally in your last month of pregnancy, which is going to be the hardest on you. There's only a little bit longer, so once I'm done with all my work here, I'll make a beeline straight home to be with you again.
Reed, thank you. I'll be waiting for you. Excuse me, Cameron. You should be all finished with all of the cooking by now, right? Family are starting to come in and need to be fed. Are you not aware of that yet? You're such a pain in the ass, you know that? Paris, right now is not the time for you to be acting out. The size of my belly has really begun to strain my back. Paris, what the hell did you think you were doing? Huh? All I did was hit you in the face because you thought you could sit down on the couch while all of my family has been coming inside. I don't give a damn if you're pregnant. As the wife of my son, you stand at all times. I am not going to go easy on you. Now, you go grab all of the food and start bringing it out for my family. Would you stop acting like such a child? I already had to find a way out here to be with you and your family, only to have you asking me to prepare and serve all of the food for the family. I don't care how much you hate me and hate the idea of me having a rest for 5 minutes. You went and punched me in the belly? You're a monster, Paris. What the hell is going to happen if that punch affected my kid? You think I really care? Huh? I'm sure that the baby is just like you, considering the kind of filth you've come from. It's probably another man's child, right? Which means that God and myself shouldn't have to care about that brat you're carrying, as it has nothing to do with our family. What kind of bullcrap are you going on about right now? I can't deal with this anymore. That's enough of me playing nice with you. This time it's going to be my turn having my way with you, you bitch. What? You're going to try getting back at me even though you're my son's wife? Oh, you must have never learned anything when you were in school then. You're the one that hasn't learned the first thing about being a decent person. I'm going to make you pay for being such a monster. Hey, what the heck was that all about? You come back here right now and explain everything to all my family. Explain everything? Why should I have to do that when I already explained all the truth to them? And watching as all their mouths dropped to the floor really left me feeling a bit more satisfied. Because of you, all my family no longer trusts me, though. Oh, damn it. I'm not playing around anymore, you frickin' asshole bitch. But the first one to say anything was Aunt May, right? She was wondering what happened to me after I came into your house and disappeared, so she came all the way to the kitchen looking for me. That older sister of mine is always causing the most damage. And to talk about something like that when all the rest of the family was around? I really am thankful I have someone like her on my side. And you're just as much of a pile of crap as her. You were just waiting for the perfect chance, weren't you? To let out all of those lies and crap about me in front of everyone. Lie and crap? Please tell me what was a lie about you just then. Are you saying that audio recording of when you really tore into me was a lie that I made up to make you look bad? Or about those photos of you that were taken when you went into the kitchen and stole all of those ingredients that I was trying to cook with? Oh, or are you talking about that video of what you did to me earlier today when you came over to my place in the morning and threw hot coffee on my face to wake me up? I was thinking that someday I'd be able to use all that evidence against you, and today seemed to be the perfect day to do just that. Thank goodness I saved everything on my phone, or else I would have had to bring my laptop with me. All of those things, they can be faked to make me look bad, like you've just done there. This world is a very convenient one for assholes like you now, isn't it? You all are able to do whatever you want to make others look bad. You really think I would take things so far by faking video, audio, and photo evidence of you? And I'm not going to let you say that you don't remember any of those things happening. Unless this could mean you're already starting to suffer from dementia? You saw just how mad everyone was with you in that room, right? And of course they'd be that upset with a monster in their family. I mean, they all had to listen to you as they came into the house screaming at me to finish all the cooking in that cold kitchen while I'm carrying a baby who is soon to be born. Having the wife of my son work instead of me is the right thing to do. You are all being way too overdramatic. I was just using you the way any wife should be used. And I had to because you thought that you could use my son being away for work as an excuse not to work. I was just trying to teach you a lesson in his absence. That literally makes 0 sense at all. And that is why everyone left after they tried to comprehend your stupid little reasoning for being a bitch. I know. Today was the day I could show myself off to everyone. Today was the day I could make myself look like the best in the family. Wait. What are you going on about now? Today was your older sister's 60th birthday, so what do you mean when you say that today was meant to be about you? Perhaps you never learned what role you were playing today then? Shut your damned mouth! Now get your ass back here right now! I want you to go gather all my folks and apologize to them all on your hands and knees! Do you really think I can get on my hands and knees when my belly is this massive? Have you ever given birth before, actually? Maybe this explains why your son is so kind, even though he has a bitch like you as his mother. He's most likely another woman's kid. What? Anyway, right now I'm with your sister being taken away in a taxi. She has really been taking great care of me. But anyway, this means I'm not going back to your place now, and I'm going to file a criminal complaint regarding what you've done to me. Huh? Well, what kind of BS are you trying to tell me about now? If you don't want to be seen as a criminal, then shut the hell up. I'm not playing around right now, you useless woman! Hey, you answer your goddamn phone right now! Not happening. My belly, it hurts. Huh? Another damn excuse from you about your belly? Ugh, annoying!
Mom, would you stop acting like a child and quit it with all those damn phone calls to Cameron?
Reed! Oh, did you make it back from your business trip already? Hey, could you please listen to me? Your wife is a total frickin' bitch. She has been bullying me this whole time you've been gone because she doesn't like me. All I've been doing is acting as her mother-in-law and doing what must be done. Oh, she really is the worst woman I've ever met, Reed.
Well, if she's been acting like a jerk to you, that must mean you've really crossed the line with her, right?
What?
After that meeting with all your family at your place, she fell ill and had to be rushed to the hospital. I just got to the hospital she's been staying at after having to make a dash back home from work.
Then how is she now?
Thankfully, she just had our baby with little trouble. However, she still had a month before her expecting date, so our baby is a whole month early. The doctor said this happened due to all the stress she'd been put under, and I have a good idea who might have been behind that. Do you have any memory of what you did to her that would have caused this?
Actually, I don't. I have no idea what could have been stressing her out that badly.
Mom, I've told you so many goddamn times not to lash out at her for no freaking reason, right? And I could see that whenever I was around her, you would hold yourself back from lashing out at her in fear of me lashing out at you. However, while I've been away from work, I can see you really let her have it. I had a look at all the recordings and photos that were taken of you with Cameron. Tell me, Mom, what the frick is all that about?
All of that was Cameron trying to set me up. It's all lies made to make me look bad.
Really? I didn't realize that in this day and age just anybody could make such realistic video and audio recordings of people that are really just fake. Now, Mom, I told you this plenty of times before, right? Not to come into my house while I'm out of town for work, right? And this time I was only gone a week, and I asked you to leave her the hell alone and just go do something with your own time.
And about that.
I hear that Cameron did a great job of not letting you into our house, but Mom, you went and had a duplicate key made so that you could get yourself in when she wasn't paying attention, right? That right there is a crime. You've been trespassing on our property, and as a last resort, Cameron went and forced herself to deal with a lot of crap in order to get this evidence.
I had no other choice, all right? She's the one who should be getting blamed for all of this. She's been trying to steal you, my only child, away from my arms.
Huh?
The reason I've had to do all of that to her is because she's been trying to make you her own and take you away from me forever.
I'm sorry, Mom, but she's my freaking wife. In other words, that means she has every right to take me away from you now, since that's what marriage is about.
I don't care what marriage is supposed to be about. My feelings for you cannot be hurt like that by some woman who has nothing to do with our family. Why the hell would you get married to someone else when you have a mom like me? Do you not care about what happens to your lonely old mommy?
Are you trying to say that you never wanted me to get married and just wanted me to stay by your side all my life? How freaking gross. How about you lay the hell off and go die in a ditch somewhere, you dirtbag? You're to blame for all this, you asshat.
How dare you? I had no other choice, Reed. I lost your dad already to that disease, and now the only family I have left is you, Reed.
Well, that isn't the same for me. I have other family now, like my wife and my newborn baby. And I just had to learn after rushing back here that you punched my wife in the gut while she was still carrying our baby. You are freaking criminal.
I can't believe you would be saying something like that. This has to be because of that bitch's evil influence over you. This is why all those poor women are nothing but useless wastes in our society.
You're the only useless dumbass here. Now stop acting like a spoiled brat and shut the hell up. I was told by Dad before he died to take good care of you, but now I'm starting to really regret ever sticking around such a selfish asshole like you. The fact that you've now gone and hurt my wife and my baby shows me you don't care about family at all. And as a husband and a new father, I feel like a failure for letting such a thing happen. But thank God I'm back home now and have a great idea of how to go about that. You are never going to be seeing us ever again.
What? You can't do that to me. I can't continue living on if I'm not able to be around you, Reed.
Well, thankfully, I can. And to me, the only people that really matter are my wife and my baby. I've already gone and changed the lock on our house now, and soon we'll be moving out of that house and into a new place in order to get away from you.
What? Where will you go? You will tell me where you're going to next, right?
I just said we're moving to get the hell away from you. What the hell is wrong with you, woman? I can't believe someone could be as freaking dumb as you, Mom. I've made sure that we're all moving somewhere far away from here so that we don't even have to risk the chance of you ever finding out.
You're being mean by leaving me here all by myself. I am your mother of all people, Reed.
No, you're not. No goddamn mother of mine would ever lay a hand on my wife and child like that. And you were also talking about how my wife went and made this baby with another man, cheating on me? Screw you! I'm not letting my child ever meet with someone like you. You would screw up their education and turn them into a bitch just like you are. Thanks a lot for being my mother up until today, but that does not pardon you from being a total asshole to my wife.
Pardon me? I was never asking to be pardoned for anything.
You are the perfect example of a bad example for others to learn from, actually. Such a bad example that you almost make me want to vomit. Ugh. You would always ask me why I married someone like Cameron, even though she's the best wife a man could ever ask for because she's so kind and loving. However, I'm going to ask this to Dad now. Why would he ever marry such an aggressive and selfish bitch like you? Goodbye forever now, Mom, and you can forget me ever calling you that now because I hate calling you a name that's supposed to represent someone who's just like my wife.
No way. Read! Read! Cameron, I understand now. I'm going to accept you for who you are now. I was just being strict with you because I cared about you. But it seems that everyone had a bit of a misunderstanding to that. And that then led to Reed misunderstanding me and everyone no longer liking me anymore. But can't you see that how things have ended up are bad for all of us? I mean, I'm Reed's one and only parent, right? I'm sure it was very painful for him to have to let me go, and still is, right? If you've really learned your lesson after all of this, then I'll be more than happy to make up with you and go back to being your mother-in-law. You won't even have to apologize to me on your hands and knees. Just know that I'll have to use you as my son's wife like I'd been trying to do before. All right, I'm ready for your answer. What's it going to be? Cameron? What the hell do you think you're doing ignoring me? How dare you act out like that when you're my son's wife? You reply to me right now. Hey! I knew a total waste like you would never learn. I just had a baby and only got out of the hospital today. Have you ever heard of the word consideration before? I was finally happy to see you replying to me again, yet now you're going to act like that? I was never told what hospital you had been admitted to have that baby, so there was no way for me to come out and meet with you. When the hell are you going to show me my grandbaby's face? I'm a grandmother now and want to see them. You should be showing them to me before anyone else. You seem to love living your life by your own rules. But that's totally fine because nobody else is, and that's why nobody wants to deal with you anymore. Did you even listen to anything your son told you the other day? Are you actually insane? Huh? What the hell are you saying, you pile of trash, bitch? I thought that it was time for me to finally come and forgive you, yet this is how you behave? Oh, this can't be happening. Are you sure it shouldn't be you begging me for forgiveness right now after all the crap you pulled with me? What makes it so hard for you to understand your own position in this world still after all the harm you've caused? I still can't believe that you, of all people, are really Reed's mother when you are the complete opposite of him. Is an impoverished little whore like you trying to pick a fight with me now? I love that you always call me poor or whatever when my family has always been middle class, and so has yours. But now that really doesn't suit you well, saying you're all wonderful, because you don't even have a job or a house living as a homeless woman, right? That's probably why you fall into your last resort of having to try and attack me to get any sort of help. What? What are you talking about? Well, I mean, come on. All of that money you got from your husband after he passed away is gone now because you used it all up, right? And all that money my Reed and I have been giving you is also gone now since you'd go and spend it all shopping away your loneliness, right? That's because... Also, that house you've been living in isn't even yours, right? It's Reed's uncle's house. I know about how you went and sold your house before because you needed more money to play with, but you didn't want to have to live in an apartment or anything either. So you went to Reed's uncle for help and took over that house, right? I believe it's his condo that you took over, or should I say, invaded. Now you're really trying to piss me off. I just chose to live here because he said I could. But after what you did at that last family gathering, everyone in the family gave up on you and kicked you out of the condo, right? And now you don't even have anyone around you to help you with money or housing. But weren't you introduced to a job working in a remote factory that would also give you some housing? Well, if that's what you've been offered, then go take the job. You'll not only have a place to live again, but some money going into your pockets. You think I want to do that? Something like having to work in a dirty old factory out in the middle of nowhere is something only the useless do. And having to live in company housing is something the poor do. That's where all the vulgar people in this world go to rot. Not only is your bias revolting, but you seem to not understand the position you happen to be in. A place like that is the perfect place for someone as vulgar and useless as you are, Paris. the hell makes you think a place like that is perfect for me? Well, you were coming into your son's house to steal things from the kitchen like some kind of a moneyless thief, and then you went and harmed not only myself but our kid as well, like a complete idiot would do. The owner of that factory happens to be a good friend of my father. So please, like we've all been asking, go to that factory and learn how to at least be somewhat useful in this society again. Neither myself or Reed are here to help you anymore. No. I don't want to. No way. No frickin' way. I can't work. No. No. I don't want to work. Somebody please help me. Somebody please support me. Wow. That was frickin' hilarious how you just showed your true self there. So all you've been wanting all this time is someone to leech off of. And that's why you were trying so hard to get your son to stay with you all his life, right? An absolute disgrace to humanity you are. Cameron, you're still his wife, right? You have to help me out here. That's your job as a wife, right? We've talked about this already. David, if David would have just stayed around a bit longer, none of this would have had to happen to me. Come back here, please. I don't want to be this lonely anymore. Jesus frickin' Christ, you're so goddamn annoying, you bitch. Go screw yourself, please. God damn it, you just make my blood boil. Don't you ever talk to my family or I ever again. Don't even think about us anymore, you old hag. No, help me, please. I can't work in that factory. I am asking my father's friend to go and pick your ass up from wherever the hell you are. You may have been bragging about yourself before, but all you are now is the lowest of all lowlifes and a complete bum. You always love to talk about roles, right? There you go. Start acting your part in this society, please. Screw off, you old frickin' bitch. After that, Paris was found by one of my dad's friend's managers and was able to take her away in the back of his pickup truck all the way out to the factory 3 hours out of town. And as for that criminal complaint I'd made, the police told me to talk with a lawyer about it, and not too long after, a court case had been made. I was able to take her to the courthouse where she'd be charged with assault and would have to pay me a whopping $15,000 for trying to harm my baby and I. A few weeks after having paid me through borrowing some money from a loan shark, Paris would end up disappearing from the factory and could not be found. Nobody really knows why she ran away from the factory, though, as it wasn't like she was being abused or anything there, and it was the only place that would give her housing for free. But one good guess could be that she was in trouble with that loan shark and was trying to hide from them before they came and took her away. Right now it's the middle of winter, though, and with all the snow on the ground and there being a 3-hour hike to the nearest gas station from that factory, who knows how she's faring. Nobody from the family has said they've heard anything about her or anything from her, so my guess is as good as anyone else's. But in the back of my mind, I like to think she dropped dead not too long after trying to run and will be nobody's problem anymore. And perhaps that would make her the most useful she's ever been all her life, as she can now act as food for all the animals in the forest. When things come to my family, my baby is doing really well now and no longer needs to go see the doctor every other day. And because of that, I've gone back home with my baby and my husband to my parents' home, the next state over, where we'll be staying for a bit as my husband and I relax and let our baby play with my parents. We plan to move into a house close to here, and my husband can transfer to one of the offices closer to this town my parents are in, which is perfect for us all.
Madeline, hey, I'm coming over to visit. I've got to say hi to your mom and dad. You're at home too, right?
Yeah, I'm home, but my brother isn't here right now. Why did you suddenly decide to come and visit?
Because the wedding's coming up and I wanted to say hi. I want to say hi, have dinner, and maybe spend some time with you all. I want to say hi to you too. Aren't I sweet? Oh, I can't wait to get married. I'm going to resign and become a housewife. Oh, you must be so jealous. I feel so bad for people that aren't married. Thanks to Cooper, my life is so great.
Good for you. I'm glad that you and my brother are so happy together, but I don't understand why you think that I'm jealous.
Because you're ugly, and you've got no chance of getting married. You'll never be able to become a housewife like me. Do you want to know why? It's because nobody will want you as a housewife.
Natalie, have you been drinking?
No, of course I'm not drinking. I'm not drunk, what? I just had a little sip of tequila, that's all.
I thought so. You're usually loud, but you're not always this loud. Even you would think twice before saying something so rude, and you must have been drinking quite a lot.
What? Rude? Me? No way. I haven't said anything rude. I just told the truth. You can't blame me for saying something that everyone is thinking.
Yeah, all right. Well, if you're drunk, you should go home and rest instead of coming over here and spreading more of your truth. There's no reason for you to come and visit this evening, so just stay at home. If anything, you'll just cause more trouble if you come over here drunk and end up making a fuss or being sick or having to spend the night. It's best that you don't come.
No, I'm going to. I've got to talk to you about something very important. I've got to make something very clear.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? I bet it's not even that important.
I've got to tell you how you can find someone who will marry you or you'll be alone for the rest of your life. I'll teach you.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't need your advice. I'm doing fine without it. Besides, how do you even plan on getting here when you're that drunk? There aren't any buses running in the local area tonight, and you're going to regret spending money on a taxi in the morning.
Don't worry about that. I can get there without a bus or taxi.
Wait a minute. You're not planning on driving here, are you? Natalie, driving under the influence is a crime. It's way too dangerous. Natalie, are you listening to me? Stay at home.
Hey, have you seen Natalie? She said that she was going to go visit you and left.
Yeah, I saw her, and now I'm in the hospital.
What? What's going on?
I'm just glad that I'm still alive. I've been in an accident.
What? Are you okay? Were you hit by a car?
Yeah. If you want to know the details, maybe you should ask your fiancé.
My fiancé? What? You mean Natalie did this?
Yeah, she did.
What? You were in an accident because of Natalie? I don't understand, Mads. What happened?
That's why I'm telling you to go ask Natalie yourself. I don't know where she went after she hit me with her car, but I bet she's gone running back to your place. I think it's best that you catch her before she harms anyone else and find out what the hell is wrong with her.
I just got a message from Natalie's parents. They said that she's at their house, sleeping.
Seriously? I'm lying in a hospital bed attached to a morphine drip and she suddenly turned into Sleeping Beauty? You're kidding, right?
Mads, I really don't understand what's going on. So I'm going to go to Natalie's parents' house and try to find out what I can. Message me the name and address of the hospital you're at, and I'll be there as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm sorry for getting angry with you. I'm really tired, so you don't have to come tonight. I'm going to sleep, so if you want to visit, can you make it tomorrow?
Hey, I'm really sorry about yesterday. I was so tipsy, I don't even remember half of what happened. Can you believe it? Were you okay after that? Last night was so crazy.
What are you laughing about? This is serious. I broke my arm because of you.
Really? Oh my god. But you're lucky you're still alive.
What?
I was worried it might be worse and that things would get a little awkward before the wedding, but if it's just a couple of broken bones, then there's nothing for me to worry about.
It's already serious. Because of you, I have to stay in the hospital for over a week. I won't be able to go to work during that time.
Oh, don't be so negative. You should be happy that it was just a broken arm. It could have been so much worse.
Don't you understand that you're the one to blame? You were drunk driving and hit me with your car. You're the last person that's allowed to tell me that I should be positive about this injury and that I should be thankful that I didn't die. I can't believe your attitude. You have no right to speak to me like that.
Yeah, you're mad. I get it. My parents are on their way to the hospital to see you.
Your parents? What for? I'm not interested in seeing them.
Well, you'll have to, whether you like it or not. They're going to get you to sign a contract promising that you won't report any of this to the police.
A what? A contract? To get me to shut up?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem if you tell the police what happened, so you've got to promise to keep it a secret. You don't have any choice, Madeline. I'm your brother's fiancé, and my parents are going to be his parents soon. You've got to do as we say. Wow, so you're going to put in the effort to cover up what you've done, but you're not even going to try and make things right? By saying a few magic words? By coming to see me in the hospital and see how I'm doing? Instead, you're sending your parents to do your dirty work? You should be apologizing to me. I think that's what normal people usually do when they hurt someone. Are you actually being serious right now? This isn't funny. You're not being cute. I've actually sustained serious injuries after being run over by you, and you're playing dumb about the responsibility you have to me? All right, so I hit you with my car. I accept responsibility. But don't report this to the police. We're going to be family soon. Don't do anything that's going to ruin the atmosphere on the wedding day, and that might make things awkward for us afterwards. Don't you think that's a little too convenient? I'm a victim here. I should report you, but you're trying to make me out as the bad guy if I do? I feel like crap. I can't go to work. I'm going to have to pay these medical bills. What else do you want from me? Shouldn't you at least apologize sincerely? I think that's the first thing you should be doing. But apparently you lack all common sense. You lack any sense of sympathy for other people. I don't know what I should be apologizing for. It's not a big deal. It's not like I meant to hit you. I was drunk. You can't blame me for that. You just happened to get in the way of my car. That's life. Sometimes it does things like that. If I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't have hit you. So it's not my fault, it's the alcohol. Why don't you understand that you shouldn't have been driving when you were drunk? You say it's the alcohol's fault? I told you not to come here. You risked the lives of every pedestrian that was walking on the street while you were driving in your car, drunk. I am definitely lucky to be alive, but you could have killed me. Oh, don't lecture me. I know that it's illegal to drink and drive, but I'm lucky too. You're lucky? What? How? I'm lucky that it was you that I hit with the car and not anyone else. If I hit a complete stranger, I would have been in a lot of trouble. You're pretty much family, so I can get away with it. Excuse me? We are not family. We are complete strangers. No, don't say that. We're going to be family. Cooper and I are getting married, remember? I'm glad that it was my little sister-in-law that got hurt and not someone else. But I'm not happy about this at all. But now I know what your true colors are. I understand that you don't regret anything you did and that you don't feel any remorse. I heard that you sent my parents away. Who do you think you are? Why would you do that? They went all the way to visit you and you refused to talk to them properly. I sent them home because I didn't want to see them. They were saying the exact same things that you were saying, about how I was lucky that it was just a broken arm and that I shouldn't say anything to the police about who was in the car. They were being just as ridiculous and selfish as you were. What? You're saying that I'm being selfish? We're family. You should be more willing to keep quiet about what happened. My parents only went to make sure that you would. Yeah, they said that. They told me that we're going to be family, so I shouldn't do anything that will cause trouble for you and Cooper. Good, you understand. I'm really lucky that it was you that I hit and not someone else. We are going to be family, so don't do anything stupid. Oh, that's a shame. You're 5 minutes too late. What? Did you really think that I would just nod my head and follow your orders? You pissed me off, Natalie. You don't seem like you're going to say sorry anytime soon. Not only that, your parents came and ordered me and my family to not go to the police and to settle this over discussions. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree after all. If your parents are like that, no wonder you turned out like this. Excuse me? You're being rude. You can't talk to your older sister like that. You're not my older sister. You're not married to my brother yet, and I'm obviously upset by what's happened. I'm not just upset, I'm furious, and I'm going to send you to hell for what you've done. What? You're going to send me to hell? Don't you think you're overreacting? What do you think you can do to me? I filed a report to the police. You're finished, Natalie. Huh? You filed a report? Are you crazy? You sold me out to the police even though we're family? What have you done? Like I told you, we're not family. And what have you done? That's my line. I can't believe you actually thought that you would get away with this. I did the right thing and reported what you did so that the police can take measures to make sure it never happens again. I'm going to get the compensation I'm owed, Natalie. You better prepare yourself. Prepare myself? What are you talking about? Are you threatening me? No, I'm going to take you to court. I know a great lawyer and he's going to take my case. He'll make sure you wish you never did anything so stupid. So what if you know a lawyer? Why should I be scared of you? He's going to help me crush you and your family and make you apologize for what you did to me. I'm going to tell the court that you were threatening me and trying to intimidate me out of going to the police, too. What? You can't do that. I wasn't threatening you. What are you even talking about? Do you really think that you can win this court case? I haven't done anything to warrant having to go to court. It's not that hard to understand. You've done something unforgivable and you're going to pay for it because you won't say sorry. Even my brother's saying that he's going to call off the wedding because he doesn't want to marry you now that he knows what you've done. What? Your brother? You mean Cooper doesn't want to marry me anymore? I don't have any other brothers. What did you say to him? You've turned him against me, even though I haven't done anything to deserve it. Haven't you gotten any messages from him yet? He told me that he was going to cancel the engagement just a while ago. He was saying that he can't be family with someone who thinks it's okay to treat me the way you did. He doesn't want to spend the rest of his life with someone like you. Why? I thought he loved me. What did I do to make him hate me? I don't deserve this. You did all of this. You made him hate me. We just had an accident, that's all. What's the big deal? You only broke an arm. What else did you say to him? Just an accident? That's all? I think that's the reason why he doesn't want to be with you. You caused injury to someone and you can't even apologize or acknowledge the pain and trouble you've caused. There is something seriously wrong with you if you think that's okay. If you lack the sympathy to even feel bad for what you did, then why would he want to be with someone who hurt his little sister? I'm surprised you managed to hide that from him so well up until now, but now he knows. It's over. He can't cancel the wedding. It's impossible. Even you should know that it's too late. The wedding's supposed to be next weekend. If he cancels now, only God knows how big a fee he'll have to pay. Would he really rather pay that fee than be with me? He can't do that. It's not impossible if he really doesn't want to marry you. You can't force him to marry you when he's clearly lost interest. He's decided that he can't go through with the marriage, so you'll just have to accept his decision. You can argue about it all you like, but I don't think anyone will blame him for not wanting to be with you. Not after they hear about you hitting me with your car while you were drunk and not even saying sorry. He was already shocked enough about that, but when your parents came into my hospital room and started raving about me keeping my mouth shut, that really put him off. I think it's only a matter of course that this is what you get. He what? He was put off? Yeah, he was repelled. Literally, like two north and north magnets put together. I think anyone would rethink having any kind of relationship with you after what you did. It's incredible that your parents would actually defend your actions instead of try and set you on the right course. And you seriously thought that I would automatically forgive you for what happened with no apology at all? Just because we were about to become family? You have got to be kidding. You even had the nerve to say directly to me that you were glad that it was me you hit and not a stranger. What is wrong with you? In what world is that okay? Wait, all right, I understand. You want me to say sorry, right? Then I'll say sorry. If that's all it takes for you to forgive me, then fine. I'll apologize as much as you like. I'm sorry about what happened last night. I'm sorry it happened. I didn't mean for it to turn out like that. And I was drunk, so it's not really my fault, but yeah, I'm sorry. I apologized, so don't report me to the police, okay? It is way too late for that. And you can't go around putting conditions on your apologies. If you say sorry, you have to mean it. You can't expect me to forgive you just because you said sorry, and you certainly can't expect me to do something in exchange for it. Please, Madeline, I want to marry Cooper. I can't live without him. Please don't do this. You're breaking us up. Is that all you have to say? So you still don't accept responsibility for what you've done and the effect it's had on your relationship with my brother? That's not me. That's all a result of your own selfish behavior. You were saying that we'll become family when you marry my brother, but it's clear to all of us now that you're not good enough for him. You proved it to us. But now we're not going to accept you into our family, so give up on Cooper.
Wait, Madeline! You've got to talk to him. I want to get married. You've got to convince him that he's making a mistake. We belong together. I want to be part of your family. I want to be your big sister. I want us to have fun together.
I'm sorry, but you're creeping me out. I don't want to be family with you, and I don't think we can have fun together.
Cooper just sent me a message. He says that he's not going to marry me. He said that he wants to meet up and talk about the cancellation and stuff. He's not going to change his mind no matter what I say to him. But I think that he'll listen to you, so you've got to talk to him for me. Tell him that there's been a misunderstanding and that we're actually really close. You just have to say that, and I think that he'll listen to me.
What the? A misunderstanding? Did you really just say that to me? There's no misunderstanding. You hit me with a car. I broke my arm. You didn't apologize. It's really simple. I told him the truth, and he made his own decision based off of that information. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, and my brother and my parents are furious, so I'm ending the conversation. From now on, you'll have to make contact with me through my lawyer. He'll be calling you later, and I think that the police will be dropping by to question you too.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't have to go that far. That's too much. It's not fair. I'm your brother's fiance. Can't you be a little more compassionate?
You used to be his fiance, not anymore. And why should I show you compassion when you didn't show me any after the accident? Even though I broke my arm and was in a lot of pain, you really are full of crap. You're just a stranger now, so I can happily report you to the police for the reckless driving you were doing while under the influence. You need to pay for your time for that, so you won't ever make that mistake ever again. Family or not, that's something that should never be forgiven, especially if it could risk someone's life.
You don't have to say that much. But I really am sorry. I feel really bad for what happened. I mean it. I promise. I just didn't say sorry because I thought it would be my loss if I did. I really regret what I did now, from the bottom of my heart.
My brother says that he doesn't want to have anything to do with you and that he doesn't want you contacting him anymore. I hope that's helped you to understand how serious this is, but there's no point begging me for forgiveness now. You're not going to get anything back. I can imagine that your employers will find out about the trouble you've been in with the police, and you'll most definitely lose your job. Wait, you already resigned because you thought that you could relax and spend the rest of your life without having to work and use my brother for everything. It's a shame that you can't be a housewife anymore. It was your dream, wasn't it?
It's all your fault!
No, it's because of your inability to be a decent person. Do you remember saying that I can't get married because I'm too ugly? Well, I'm not one to brag, but I'm engaged.
What? Since when?
My fiancé's a lawyer. You'll meet him when we go to court.
What?
That's why you're finished. He's going to fight for me until we win the case. Together. You've been looking down on me ever since Cooper introduced you to us as his girlfriend, but I'm going to get the last laugh. You're going to have to live an unfortunate life from now on. It's a shame that you can't be a housewife, and it's a shame that you won't be a part of our family. Too bad I sent that police report. In the end, Natalie was completely rejected by Cooper, and he canceled the wedding arrangements and let the guests know that there would be no ceremony. Natalie panicked and kept on begging Cooper for them to talk and to get back together, but he completely ignored her and blocked her on social media. Madeline and her family filed a police report, and Natalie's requests for the matter to be dealt with between the two families was refused. The story ended up being shared online and attracted enough attention that it made the news. Natalie's real name was posted all over articles online, and they had no choice but to move before someone found out where she and her parents lived. It really looks like her life is over. Luckily for Madeline, her injuries weren't so serious, and she was able to leave the hospital a month later and married her fiancé. Natalie lost her fiancé and damaged her own reputation because of her lack of good judgment. Apparently, she's having a hard time trying to figure out how to navigate her problems and get her life back on track.
Brooke, you're not seriously still working, are you? Why don't you do the responsible thing here for once and quit your job? Then I can finally get some grandchildren out of you and my son. Would you hurry up, because I want some grandchildren before I eventually die. Along with my Peter, you need to contribute to the housework.
Again, with this conversation, Sandra, you know that I have nothing to say on the matter. I don't plan on quitting my job anytime soon, so I'm sorry if that doesn't fit into your way of living. There's nothing wrong with me having a career.
Now hold on just a minute there, Brooke. Do you really think this is the end of it for me?
I'm sorry, what are you trying to say here?
I'm making such an effort to contact you, and you're just going to let it all go and not hear me out? Do you have any sort of common sense in that brain of yours? I guess you don't, since you're always out of the house working in the first place despite being a wife to my son. This makes me completely doubt your humanity and what you should be doing for the family, which is making one.
Seriously, Sandra, don't you think that you're being too old-fashioned?
Whatever do you mean by that?
In this day and age, it's a very normal thing for both the husband and wife to be working and sharing the housework. The things we do in this house are a little bit more unique, but if you're going to keep judging us for it, then can you just stay out of our way? We are working hard and earning money, so please don't complain about our situation.
You can't say things like that to me. I'm your mother-in-law, and my opinion matters when it comes to this family. You really do have a limit to your common sense. Surely I can get rid of you just like that if you intend on speaking to me like you have, right?
Please don't threaten me with those strange and scary comments. It's not going to do anyone any good. What do you even mean by getting rid of me?
I mean that we don't need you in this family, and I can throw you out like garbage. Are you a non-burnable piece of waste, or would you prefer being burnt to a crisp?
No. Would you quit it with your horrible jokes? They're not funny and, frankly, a crazy thing to say, Sandra.
Can you blame me? You make me so angry. You'd be angry too if your darling son had a wife who was literally trash. You'll understand how I feel when you have your own children.
Oh, really? Is that so? Even though I've married your son and would want to have children someday, you still won't keep your nose out of our business? I just want to live a quiet life, Sandra.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means what I say it means. I think it's a statement you don't need to read into very hard to understand. I'm going to leave the conversation at that, and if you want to voice your opinion, then please talk to your son about it. Since anything I try to say is just going to cause more trouble than it's worth.
Isn't my son so tired from all the work he's doing? Have you given that any consideration at all?
His work is not as strenuous as mine, so he's not as tired as I am.
You seriously have a problem with not listening to what people are saying, don't you? I can't deal with this crap right now. I'm so angry. Would you please think about what I said for a bit and put it into action?
Okay, Sandra, I understand your request, but if there's anything else, please take it up with your son. On that note, I'll leave you to it. Why have you not properly explained to your mother about our situation yet?
Brooke? What about?
I'm talking about our jobs, Peter. She's still indicating to me that she doesn't understand that we're both working. How much more can I explain what it is to her, and what would you be if I didn't work? You know that we wouldn't be able to live if I didn't work, right?
Brooke, can you be quiet for a second, please? There's no need to go out of your way to explain all that with my mother, okay? We're a happy married couple.
Happy? Ha ha. Is that some sort of a joke? I think I feel more stressed out than anything. If you can't earn your own money, then why don't you just do housework?
Is it okay for you to say that to me?
Huh? What do you mean? If I didn't tell you, who do I tell it to? Ha ha. I'm talking to you because it's about you, Peter.
Yeah, I'm your husband after all. If you say that sort of thing to me, wouldn't that hurt my mother's feelings?
Well, can you please try to understand the situation you're in and think about what you should do in a calm manner? I can no longer go along with this charade anymore, so please solve this dilemma immediately.
Okay, could you at least make dinner? It would really help since I've been trying to eat at home more these days than at the office.
I usually do make dinner when I finish work early. Isn't it a normal thing to make dinner for yourself if you're going to be late? Or rather, I make my part of the meal. You do realize you're not doing anything else right now?
Are you asking them to make it then? Are you serious?
Can you please try and make food tomorrow? You've been giving a lot of unnecessary stress over this. Is it okay if you could do that much at least, please?
All right. It's just such a hassle, though. I'll do it this one time since all of this can't be helped at the present. This time is an exception.
What are you even saying? Also, go to the unemployment office, too. Have you both decided when you're getting a divorce? Excuse me? What's brought this on all of a sudden? You made my son the breadwinner, and you're making him do the housework as well? You know for a long time I haven't liked you at all. But knowing what you were like with my son, I absolutely loathe you. Okay, I'm confused. What has housework got to do with you loathing me? What are you so mad about, Sandra? Look, I've decided that you need to get a divorce from each other. If you don't mind getting out of our lives now, that would be great. It's only natural to find a man and get married, I understand that. But you lack so much common sense, it's not even funny. What game are you playing here, Brooke? Sandra, do you really think forcing your old school ideas onto me is going to work? By housework, do you mean tonight's dinner? Yes, that's right. My son has a wife who can do that now. He shouldn't have to. Don't you realize that you're someone's wife now? Don't you have to do what you're meant to as a loyal wife? What the heck are you trying to say, Sandra? I'm obviously not getting through to you, so I filed the divorce papers myself. You can't be serious. Oh, I'm dead serious. I'm so glad that I was able to file them for you. I made a divorce paper up for you both when you got married in case there was a serious breakdown in the marriage. When I think of it, I thought there was something weird with our legal documents. You did this and kept it from us? Now you're nothing but strangers to one another. Oh, I'm so relieved. My son has gotten a divorce from his garbage of a wife. Is that all you have to say? I really didn't think that you would go that far. As you would expect, I am quite surprised. If you make my son do all the housework as an excuse for you both working, and so you don't have to, then you're not fit to be a wife. I feel so sorry for my son, but if he has a useless wife, then she should divorce him and leave. Oh, I see. You really are an expert. Oh, I am all right. I never want to see your face around these parts ever again. This has all been a complete misunderstanding on your part, and in turn made us get divorced. But of course, that's something you do, Sandra. I will no longer go against your expectations. Anything more you're wanting to say to me, Brooke? You've completely failed as a wife since you're making your own husband cook for you. You know you're doing me a disservice with blaming me for your prehistoric ideologies. I owe you my gratitude for divorcing me from your son. Well then, I will do as you wish and get a divorce, but I think that you'll regret doing this a lot. Regret it? I highly doubt it. It would be useless to have a wife like you around. When are you gonna erase yourself from our lives? Didn't I already tell you that it's okay? Your wish of me divorcing Peter has been granted, but can I just say one more thing? We worked well as a couple. Since Peter's father died, we've been thinking about how you would cope. We were planning on gifting you a 2-family-sized house. What? You were? Yes. But I can't help but tell you now what we wanted to do for you. It's no use now, even if you try to reconcile with me. We thought about you a lot, and we were going to put our plan into action. It ended up being a waste of time and effort, and now I am the only one who's working in the family, so... What the heck are you talking about, Brooke? I don't understand this at all. I said that I can't tell you, Sandra. It has to be Peter that tells you what's actually going on. What does he have to tell me? What happened? What have you done to my son? I didn't want to tell you since it's Peter's story, but he got made redundant about 6 months ago.
What? He lost his job?
Yep, and he's been unemployed ever since. If I were to quit my job like you told me to do, we couldn't afford the rent for our place.
Hold up. So you're telling me that Peter has been unemployed for quite a while now?
That's what I'm saying, Sandra. Aren't you paying attention? That's why I'm the one who's working all the time. Peter doesn't have a job and he hardly does any housework either, so I end up being super exhausted every day.
I'm relieved that you filed a divorce for us. Thank you so much for that. What? You're thanking me? But...
So I'll be leaving him then. However, the place we're in is a rental and I'm the one who parts out for the rent, so I think it would be impossible for Peter to continue living there without an income. I think you'll have to withdraw some money for him to live there, or he can go back to living with you, so you'll need to take care of him. This has got nothing to do with me anymore.
Oh, wait, Brooke, let's talk about this in more detail, okay?
What else is there to talk about? I'm already done with the talking and have nothing else to say. Do you have something to add?
What's going on with the 2-family-sized house that you mentioned?
What do you want to know about it?
Well, you were building a 2-family house for us. Whatever will I do with it? Oh, no way, Sandra.
We're divorced now, right? So, of course, we've decided to not go ahead with the 2-family house, all right?
Excuse me, why the heck not?
Why would I, Sandra? Why would I build a house like that for my now ex-mother-in-law when we're divorced? Your son was more or less fired from his job because he couldn't work properly, so it seems like your son can't build the house after all.
So there really is no 2-family house for me at all? You should have told me about the house before. I wouldn't have filed the divorce papers.
At some point, I wanted to get a divorce as well, so there was no point telling you. I still had some feelings for him, but Peter didn't like that. I wasn't quite ready then, but I am now.
You're the one that wanted a divorce, and not Peter?
What is it that you're getting from the conversation that we've had so far, Sandra? I have been the one working hard and earning, and I'm done, so I wanted out of this marriage. But thanks to you, I was able to get a divorce, and I am so grateful for that. You'll end up taking care of your unemployed son who's returned home to you. Do your best, Sandra.
Brooke, wait. But I don't have the 2-family-sized house. You're handing my son back to me?
That's correct.
I haven't heard of this from my son, though. Why would you do something like this? Shouldn't you have explained this to me properly beforehand? You need to be held accountable for all of this. How dare you not explain this to me, Brooke?
I don't get what you're saying, Sandra. How many times do you think I told your son to tell you about what's going on? By the way, I'm the one that kept telling him to talk to his own mother. But the reason why I didn't do anything was because it was a problem between the two of you. Do you get what I'm saying? He didn't know how to even make food for dinner, so he must have asked you for help. He didn't help me at all. I was so frustrated just because of all those little things, and now I'm divorced. It seems like you were the one who had trouble letting us get divorced, didn't you?
I had no clue about that, so I can't help what happened. Come on now, Brooke, that's enough of this nonsense. Let's not argue over all these strange things that have occurred. Why don't we just forget about this and you can make up with Peter? Please, have a long and happy life with him.
I don't think we're on the same page, Sandra. I'm not happy anymore, so I prefer being divorced from him. Besides, I don't like having you for a crazy mother-in-law. You were the one that made us get divorced without our permission, remember?
I'll call the courthouse and get it removed. Everything will be just fine. Just get back with my son, please.
Let me tell you, Sandra, I have no intention of fixing this. Even if you try to rip up the divorce papers, I will get a lawyer and a divorce will be finalized.
You're going to go to that extreme? There's no need for you to do that.
Thanks to you, Sandra, I finally realized that I wanted a divorce this whole time. I'm tired of dealing with scumbags and miserable old hags in my life.
What? Who are you talking about?
Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. Well, not to me anyways. And with that, I bid you farewell, Sandra. Good luck living with your downright poor son. You're gonna need it. Enjoy your lives together. In the end, it was Sandra who was the cause of Brooke and Peter getting a divorce. Peter resents his mother for finalizing his divorce from his wife. Despite being unemployed and having a bossy attitude, he lives at his mother's house. Because of Sandra, he was divorced. It seems like Peter told his mother to work since none of them had a job. Sandra had no choice but to earn a living so she could pay for her son. It seems that she will face the worst of old age since she has the added stress of working. It seems that for the time being, they can't see a bright future ahead of them.
Oh, hey, did you notice? When we passed each other earlier, you were staring this way, weren't you? Yeah, that's right. I went ahead and bought the latest gaming console. Today's the release day, so I doubt anyone else has it yet. But I went all the way to the neighboring town and got my hands on it.
Oh, how impressive. You've gone to great lengths. We only passed by each other, but somehow you've come up with a whole scenario.
That's because you were totally staring this way.
No, I think you were the one staring really hard first. And, oh, you made sure to show off that gaming console in a big way.
You're just jealous, aren't you? I mean, your family is barely managing to pay rent, so poor.
No, we just don't play games in my house.
There's no way anyone doesn't play games. Even if you don't, you'd still want the latest console, wouldn't you? You could always resell it for a profit, you know?
Sure, if you say so. Anyway, it's good that you've managed to get one.
And another thing, you were totally staring at my outfit, too. I get it. Everything I'm wearing is high-end brand stuff. For someone like you who only wears cheap clothes, it must have been quite the sight. But come on, you were staring so hard it made me embarrassed.
How much do you need to talk to feel satisfied? I don't remember a single thing about the clothes you were wearing. Actually, were you even wearing clothes?
Of course I was wearing clothes. You're so good at acting tough. It's practically a skill of yours. Though, in every other aspect, you're not second-rate, but third-rate, or worse, honestly.
Ugh, you're way too annoying.
Just because you moved into a tower apartment doesn't mean you're any better than the rest of us. You should really stop acting like you're so high and mighty.
I'm not acting high and mighty. What's wrong with living in a tower apartment?
Nothing at all. It's your freedom to live wherever you want. But let's be real. You moved into that place just to show off, right? And now you're barely scraping by to pay the rent. Honestly, it's pretty pitiful. I could never live like that.
Okay, sure, whatever you say.
I mean, if your life is so miserable now, wouldn't it have been better to just settle for a cheap apartment? But hey, to each their own, right?
Yeah, that's right. Everyone has their own way of thinking. Anyway, I've got places to be, so...
Just one more thing. Don't get too full of yourself just because you live in a tower apartment. Living in one does not automatically mean you're wealthy, okay? So make sure you don't get that part confused, all right?
I'm not confused about anything.
Oh, you totally are. You're always acting like you're better than everyone else. I can tell, you know? We've known each other long enough for that.
Right, got it. Thanks for the advice. See you around.
You've been trying to compete with me forever, haven't you? But at the end of the day, you can never win against me. It's time you accepted that, don't you think? Sure. Hey, guess what? We're neighbors now!
Wait, what are you talking about?
Starting today, I'm living in the same tower apartment as you. I moved to the 26th floor, one level above you. So, once again, I win! The view from up here is amazing!
The view can't be that different. Wait, are you seriously living on the 26th floor?
Of course! You seemed so smug and full of yourself, so I figured I'd show you what's really on top.
No way. You went through all that just to one-up me?
It's not about one-upping anyone. I just wanted to make it clear that I'm a cut above. You see, my family is wealthy. We have the financial freedom to move into a place like this without breaking a sweat.
Right. Well, good for you.
You're acting all nonchalant, but deep down, you're frustrated, aren't you? You've always had this weird competitive streak with me, ever since we were kids. But in the end, I always come out on top, don't I? Oh no, I'm starting to feel bad about this. I'm sorry, okay? For always winning.
I'm not trying to compete with you, so please go ahead and keep winning. Enjoy your tower apartment life.
Aw, look at you trying to act tough. Don't worry. Without your permission, I'll happily enjoy my life one floor above yours.
Ever since then, she's been constantly harassing me. She opens my packages without permission, checking the contents as if it's her right. And if that wasn't enough, she loiters near the building entrance, waiting for me to just throw some snide remarks my way.
Are you serious? Laura has been doing all that? That's insane. She hasn't changed at all since our school days. Actually, it sounds like she's gotten even worse.
Exactly. It's been an absolute nightmare.
What kind of nasty remarks has she been making?
Oh, stuff like, I work from home and have so much freedom, but you have to go to an office every day. That must be rough for you, haha. It's all just petty attempts to assert superiority. She thrives on it.
Oh no, that sounds awful. Having someone like that in your building must be the worst. Honestly, maybe you should call a spiritual medium or something. Maybe an exorcism would work?
An exorcism? Come on, Alora isn't some kind of evil spirit or ghost.
Well, true, but wait a second. Evil spirit, huh? You know what? I think I might have an idea. Mind if I put it into action?
Wait, an idea? What are you talking about? What kind of idea?
Just give me a second. I need to make a phone call. It's time to come up with a plan to shut Alora down for good. Let's reclaim your peace of mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like that, but...
All right, I'll call now. Let's have a strategy meeting after this. The view from the 26th floor really is amazing, isn't it? Just perfect. You could never enjoy this kind of view from your floor, could you?
Why are you bringing this up again? Seriously, it's just one floor higher. What could possibly be different? How many times are you going to repeat the same nonsense? Are you stupid or something?
Ugh, there you go, being all jealous again. Can't you just stop? It's obvious you're envious because I live on the 26th floor.
Does living on the 26th floor make you that happy?
It's not just about being happy. It's about winning again. Once more, I've come out on top, haven't I? After all, you clearly wish you could live on the 26th floor, don't you?
Oh, please, nobody here in this entire building is thinking, wow, I wish I lived on the 26th floor.
Quit pretending. You're terrible at hiding your jealousy. The higher the floor in a high-rise, the more prestigious it is. I could have gone for the penthouse if I wanted to, but I thought, as an old friend, I'd stay closer to you. That's why I chose the 26th floor. You should be grateful, really.
You really don't know anything, do you? Do you even know what's happened on the 26th floor?
Huh? What do you mean? What happened on the 26th floor?
This building, well, it's infamous for one particularly gruesome incident. And the location of that incident, none other than the 26th floor.
What? Gruesome incident? What are you even talking about?
Maybe it's better if you don't know. Ignorance is bliss. When I first heard the details, I couldn't sleep for days. The horror of it gave me splitting headaches, palpitations, shortness of breath. Basically, I was a mess.
Sounds like aging to me.
Be serious for once. The 26th floor is rumored to be cursed because of that incident. That's why the rent there is the cheapest in the entire building. Cheaper than even the lower floors, actually.
That's ridiculous. The realtor never mentioned anything like that to me.
Probably because they aren't legally required to disclose it anymore. But just because they don't have to tell you doesn't mean the curse has vanished. Ever since that incident, several people who have lived on the 26th floor have faced, let's just say, unpleasant fates.
You've got to be kidding me. Do you really think you can scare me with some made-up ghost story? There's no way the rent on the 26th floor is cheaper than anywhere else, and I've never heard of this so-called gruesome incident.
Think whatever you want. But the kind of curse we're talking about here doesn't just disappear because you ignore it. One day, you'll have no choice but to face it. Until that day comes, I'd suggest trying to live a happy life while you still can.
Wait, hold on. You're serious? Is this real? What exactly happened? Tell me the details.
I can't. It's not something I should talk about. It's far too horrifying to put into words.
Oh, come on. You've been vague this whole time. Not one specific detail?
Because if I told you, you wouldn't be able to handle it. I'm doing this for your sake, as your old friend. I care about you. Just be careful in your daily life, okay?
What a joke. You're just making this up because you're jealous. Admit it.
Anyway, where are you right now?
Where? At home, obviously.
Is anyone else there with you? Your husband?
He's at work and my daughter's at kindergarten. It's just me here. Wait, what was that?
What happened? Was it the curse?
No, the doorbell rang. You scared me. It's just a delivery.
Oh, so you're about to go down to the lobby to the delivery box, huh? Be careful, you know what day it is, right? June 6th, 666, the Devil's Day.
Isn't that one digit short?
Just promise me you'll be careful, okay? All right?
Fine. I will. Hey, there was this woman dressed entirely in black on the elevator. I called the elevator from the 26th floor and she was already inside. When we got to the first floor, she didn't get off, and then I saw her again in the ascending elevator. Who is that woman? Does she have something to do with the curse?
So, she's finally appeared. That woman is the most wicked, the most accursed presence of all, truly the most malevolent and abominable existence.
The most malevolent and abominable existence? That's her name?
She doesn't need a name. All she cares about is dragging humans into the depths of despair. If she can achieve that, then a name is irrelevant to her.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to be dragged into despair. I want to avoid this at all costs.
If things continue as they are, you will experience a living hell. Fear so overwhelming, so all-encompassing that no one in history has ever endured it. A terror no human could withstand.
Then tell me what to do, please. I absolutely don't want to go through something like that.
All right then, let us offer a prayer to this building. Go back down to the entrance and step outside.
Step outside? But if I use the elevator, that woman will show up again. I absolutely don't want to get on it.
So what, you're going to take the stairs? Climbing down from the 26th floor using the stairs is going to be exhausting.
I mean, I'd rather do that than be dragged into some kind of bottomless terror.
No, you absolutely must use the elevator. It's non-negotiable. That woman despises the stairs, especially people using them to go down. If she sees someone descending the stairs, she feels compelled to curse them immediately.
What is her deal? That's such a bizarre preference.
Calling her that thing is a bold choice. You've got guts, I'll give you that. You do realize, don't you, that she's watching this entire conversation? She's a transcendent presence after all. If you insult her any further...
Okay, I'll take the elevator. I'll go down and offer my prayers. Just tell her not to curse me, please.
Hurry up then.
She wasn't in the elevator. I made it outside. I'm standing in front of the entrance now. What do I do next?
All right, now dance as energetically as you can.
What? Dance?
Yes, dance. The most effective way to combat a wicked presence like hers is with pure happiness. And nothing symbolizes happiness better than dancing. Dancing holds the power to repel curses.
But this is kind of a public area. There are a lot of people around here. The other residents will see me.
Fine, don't dance then. Just accept the reality that from now on you'll live a life where dancing is no longer an option.
Wait, hold on. If dancing is the solution, why do I have to do it here? Why can't I just go back to my apartment and dance there?
That won't work. There's a very specific reason, but I don't have time to explain it now. You just need to dance here, right now.
Oh no, that woman is watching me from behind the pillar.
This is bad. The countdown has already started. If you don't act quickly, she'll drag you into the darkness.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll dance. But wait, she's holding a smartphone. Why does she have a phone?
Of course, she has a phone. She's a ghost of the modern era. Why wouldn't she have one? Enough questions. Hurry up and dance or it'll be too late.
All right. I'll do it. Hey, is it finally over? I mean, that woman seems to have disappeared now.
Yeah, looks like she's finally at peace.
At peace? More like she just walked off like it was no big deal. I saw her striding away like nothing happened. Are we even sure she was an evil spirit?
Of course she was. What else could she have been? Let me tell you something. You did an amazing job out there. You managed to banish an evil spirit. That's not something just anyone can do, you know. It was truly impressive.
But did you see how many people were watching? I mean, even the other residents here were giving me strange looks. They probably think I've completely lost my mind.
Oh, don't worry about that. Guess what? I captured the whole thing on video. It's a masterpiece. I'll upload it in a bit. Don't worry, you'll love it.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean you recorded my dance?
Oh, come on, don't get mad. I did it as a keepsake. It's not every day you get to see something like that. I thought it'd be a nice memento, you know?
Wait a minute. This angle. This looks like it was filmed from where that woman was standing earlier. Don't tell me. You and that woman were in on this together, weren't you?
Whoops, I guess there's no hiding it now. Well, since the cat's out of the bag, I suppose it's time to have a little grown-up conversation.
What are you talking about? You set me up like this, made a complete fool out of me, and now you want to talk about being grown-ups? You seriously think I'm going to let you off the hook?
Hey, calm down. I get it. You're upset, and that's fair. But before you get too worked up, let me remind you of one little detail. I've got a video of you flailing around like a maniac. You wouldn't want me to share it, would you?
Are you threatening me right now?
Oh, don't be so dramatic. You should actually be thankful none of the passers-by or other residents even thought to take their phones out. This is a pretty upscale neighborhood after all. Most of the people around here are older, more dignified types. So in conclusion, the only copy of your performance is the one I'm holding right now.
And you're saying that if I don't go along with whatever you want, you're going to spread it around?
That's the idea. Knowing you, I'd bet your pride wouldn't be able to handle it if this video went public. Am I right?
So what are you after? Money? Is this your big plan to squeeze some cash out of me? Fine. Name your price, you cheapskate.
Oh, please, money. Don't flatter yourself. I don't need a single penny from you. I want something entirely different.
What are you even talking about?
It's simple. I want you to stop acting like you're better than everyone else.
What? That's ridiculous.
Oh, come on. You know exactly what I mean. You're always looking down on people, treating them like they're beneath you. It's not just me. You do it to everyone. So here's the deal. If you can promise to knock it off, this video will stay private.
That's it? That's your big demand? You don't want anything material?
Nope, I couldn't care less about your money or anything else. All I want is for you to stop constantly putting yourself above others. Can you do that?
I don't think I'm doing that at all. I don't look down on anyone.
Oh, please, even you can't believe that.
No, really, I don't think I've never acted that way.
All right, fine. If that's how you feel, I guess I'll just go ahead and...
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh, so you're admitting it now, huh?
Well, I mean, maybe sometimes I get a little carried away. It's not like I mean anything bad by it or anything.
Excuses won't help you here. The fact of the matter is, if you keep acting like this, people are going to hate you for it. And what about Beth? She doesn't deserve to have a mom who's despised by everyone, does she?
Wait a minute. Are you seriously telling me that everyone thinks of me that way?
Yep, when people think of you, they think, oh, there goes the woman who always acts like she's better than everyone else. And let's be real, you wouldn't like it if that's what people thought of you, would you?
No. I don't want everyone to hate me. I guess, thanks for telling me.
Great, so we're agreed then. Fantastic. Oh, by the way, since we're being so honest with each other, I thought I'd share a fun little fact with you. Did you know that only the 25th floor of this building has a view of the ocean?
Huh?
Yep, you can't see it from any of the other floors because of the angles and the surrounding buildings. But if you stand in just the right spot on the 25th floor, you can see a tiny sliver of blue through the gap between two skyscrapers.
And what's your point?
It means I win.
What are you even talking about?
Exactly what I said. Even after all this, I still come out on top. Sorry, neighbor. Better luck next time.
It's true, I can see it. But can you really call this seeing the ocean? I mean, if you squint and someone tells you, you might barely notice it.
Hey, as long as you can actually see it, that's all that matters, right?
Wait a second. Is it really true that only this floor can see it? I guess the angle makes it seem like one floor higher wouldn't have a view, but still...
Oh, I think they can see it too. In fact, I bet the penthouse has a panoramic ocean view.
What? So the whole only the 25th floor can see the ocean thing was a lie? You are telling me Alora still believes that nonsense?
She probably does. But hey, it seems like she's genuinely reflecting on things now, so maybe it's not such a big deal. And by the way, thanks for your help. Playing the part of the mysterious black-clad woman must have been exhausting, huh?
Not at all, lol. I just had to stand there and zone out, so it was pretty easy. In fact, I got so bored halfway through that I started messing around on my phone. But hey, this was my idea to begin with, so I had fun, lol.
Glad to hear it. Thanks to you, the issue has been resolved.
Still, I never thought I'd see the day when Alora would actually reflect on her actions. She always looked down on you so much.
Maybe hearing the whole 25th floor ocean view thing made her realize that even seemingly insignificant things can have their merits. Who knows?
I guess that makes sense. Maybe it's all about perspective, huh? Sometimes you can get so caught up in your own little world that you forget to appreciate the small things.
Right? It's like she thought everything had to be perfect, but sometimes even a tiny sliver of something good can change how you see everything.
Exactly. I think this whole thing showed her that even the things we take for granted can be special to someone else. Like, for her, that small bit of ocean view might have meant more than she thought.
It's funny how something so small can make such a big difference, huh? Maybe that's why she finally stopped being so stuck up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she used to act like she had it all figured out, right? But now she's starting to realize that no one's perfect and that everyone has their own battles.
True, I think seeing the ocean, even just a little bit, gave her a moment to pause. It's like she finally realized there's more to life than just showing off how much you have or how much you can do.
Maybe she needed to see the world from a different angle, literally.
Right? The whole ocean view from the 25th floor thing was such a perfect metaphor for her. She needed to stop looking down on everyone and realize that a small piece of something beautiful can make a huge impact, even if it's not the whole picture.
Yeah, it's like she had to let go of the idea that she was above everyone else. That whole "I'm better than you" attitude was probably just her way of covering up her own insecurities.
For sure, but I'm glad she's realizing it. People don't change overnight, but small steps like this matter. It shows she's capable of learning.
Definitely. I think she'll start treating others with more respect from now on. If she can learn to appreciate the little things, she might even start to see people in a different light.
I hope so. This might actually be the start of a new chapter for her. One where she doesn't feel the need to put others down just to make herself feel better.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks again for helping with all of this. I know it wasn't easy, but you really made a difference.
No problem at all. It's good to see things finally working out. Alora, after reflecting on the situation, no longer tries to take the high ground over me or other moms. At first, she used to behave like that, attempting to assert superiority in any way possible. But it seems that after some introspection, she realized that such behavior wasn't going to get her anywhere. Her attitude is clearly softened, but that doesn't mean her fundamental character flaws have magically disappeared. Unfortunately, she still seems to be disliked by the other moms, and that hasn't changed. Despite her apparent efforts to make amends, the damage to her reputation seems to have been done, and it's clear that she hasn't quite managed to repair the relationships that matter to her. In fact, whenever I pass her by in the Tower apartment complex, there's this palpable sense of tension between us. It's almost as if she's afraid of me. When our paths cross, she either quickly averts her eyes or makes a visible effort to distance herself. I think it's pretty obvious that the last thing she wants is for that video to circulate any further, and I cannot blame her for that. If I were in her shoes, I would probably feel the same way. There's a certain level of pride and a sense of control that comes from avoiding humiliation, and she seems to be doing everything in her power to prevent that video from spreading to more people. Honestly, I can understand her discomfort, though. I'm still amused by her exaggerated reactions. Now, let me make it clear that I have absolutely no intention of sharing or spreading that video. Despite how much it might entertain me to watch Alora squirm, I don't want to be the person responsible for her future distress. The video served its purpose in the moment, but I'm not interested in escalating things. On the other hand, the fact that Alora knows the video could resurface and that it's in my hands does have its benefits. It's almost like an unspoken deterrent that keeps the peace between us, and I can't deny that I enjoy the calm it brings. Thanks to that unspoken understanding, I've been able to maintain a relatively peaceful and stress-free daily life. It's almost comical when I think about it, how a small piece of recorded footage has this strange power to maintain order. But life isn't always about keeping quiet and avoiding conflict. While I have no intention of taking any further action regarding the video, I do have my limits. Ellora's behavior, despite her apparent attempts to be better, still hasn't completely won over the other moms. They see through her facade, and it's clear that she hasn't fully reconciled with the people around her. The fact that she has to resort to avoiding eye contact and creating this atmosphere of fear when she sees me speaks volumes about the level of anxiety she's living with. I suppose there's nothing quite like living with the fear of being exposed. In her case, I imagine it's more than just the video itself. It's the possibility of her true nature being revealed to everyone around her that's causing the most distress. As for me, I've been living my life as usual. I've been going about my day-to-day routine without much change, and while Ellora's situation is still on my mind from time to time, I try not to let it consume me. After all, I've got other things to focus on, and I've learned to keep my distance from unnecessary drama. Life can be stressful enough without adding more complications. I do have occasional visits from Andrea, who still comes over to hang out. It's always nice to catch up with her. And whenever she visits, we often spend time chatting, sharing stories, and catching up on each other's lives. Sometimes, while we're having our conversations, I find myself looking out the window and I catch a glimpse of the sea. The way the sunlight dances on the water always makes me feel at ease, like I can take a deep breath and relax for a moment. It's one of those simple pleasures that reminds me to slow down and appreciate the little things in life. There's something undeniably calming about the ocean. It has this magnetic pull that seems to draw people in, regardless of where they come from. Humans are inherently drawn to nature, to vast expanses like the sea, whether it's the sound of the waves crashing against the shore or the sight of the horizon stretching endlessly before you. There's something about the ocean that reminds you of the bigger picture. It's easy to forget your troubles when you stand before such an immense and timeless force of nature. No matter what's happening in your life, the ocean remains unchanged, constant in its rhythm, and that sense of stability is something I can always rely on. It's as though it gives me the reassurance that everything will be okay in the end. Andrea always jokes about how much I love to stare at the sea whenever she comes over, and honestly, I don't think I can help it. There's something soothing about it. We talk about all sorts of things, from mundane, everyday matters to more personal topics. It's no matter how deep the conversation goes, I always find myself stealing glances at the view of the ocean. It's like a natural instinct, something ingrained in me. I suppose I'm not the only one who feels this way. There are probably many people out there who feel a similar pull when they see the sea. It's as if we're all drawn to it, connected by this shared desire to gaze upon something that seems so far away, so infinite. As for Elora, I'm not sure what the future holds for her. I do hope that she can find a way to truly change, but I'm not holding my breath. People often say that old habits die hard, and it seems like in her case that saying rings true. Her attempts to regain some level of normalcy in her relationships are commendable, but whether or not she'll be able to fully rebuild her image and repair the damage she's done is still up in the air. For now, it seems like she's stuck in this awkward space where she's neither fully accepted nor fully rejected. I can't help but feel a little bit of sympathy for her, but at the same time, I'm not about to forget what she's done. My thoughts occasionally wander back to the video and the power it holds. It's strange how something so small can carry so much weight. The video has become a symbol of sorts, representing the power dynamics between Elora and me. It's strange to think that something so simple can have such an impact. Yet it does, and for now, I'll keep it to myself. Not because I want to continue tormenting her, but because there's something satisfying about having the upper hand without needing to wield it. I suppose that's the real reason here. Sometimes the best way to deal with people is to let them make their own mistakes while you quietly maintain your peace. As I think about it, I'm content with the way things are. Life is far from perfect, but it's good enough. The ocean is still out there, always present, a reminder that there are some things in life that remain unchanged, no matter what happens. I feel a sense of comfort in the idea that some things, like the sea, like the routines of my daily life, are reliable, constant, and untouched by the fleeting drama that surrounds us. It makes me think that maybe it's okay to just let things be. The world doesn't need to be constantly stirred up for it to be meaningful. There's value in peace, in quiet reflection, and in letting things unfold without interference. What I've learned, especially over the past few months, is that sometimes maintaining a sense of peace doesn't really require grand gestures or elaborate schemes. It simply requires stepping back and letting the natural order take its course. Alora, for all her flaws, will find her way in her own time. She may never completely reconcile with all the people around her, but that's something only she can address. Meanwhile, I can continue living my life surrounded by the things I love and the people who matter most to me. The small things, like the occasional visit from Andrea or the serene view of the ocean, remind me that no matter how complicated life gets, there's always a place to find peace. The other day, Andrea mentioned something interesting while we were talking about Alora. She said, I think she's just scared of losing everything she has, even if it means staying miserable with the people around her. At first, I didn't know how to respond. It's not often that Andrea gets so philosophical about other people's lives, but after thinking about it, I realized she might be right. Alora's always been about appearances, about showing everyone that she's got it all together. Maybe deep down, she's terrified of falling apart. It's a shame, really, but I suppose she has to figure it out on her own.